First of all, I want to say that I'm very honored to have been chosen for this year's honorary cheer quiz. I am 13 years old. I had cancer called osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer. They found this tumor last April after I had some ongoing leg pain for about a month. The tumor I had was about 8 centimeters and had caused a hairline pathological fracture on my right leg. After all the x-rays and tests were completed, they discovered the cancer had not spread. Therefore, they did not stage my cancer. They simply called it a localized malignant tumor and praised us for catching it early. Doctors then had my plan of attack ready to go. I immediately had my Broviac line placed in my chest and began my first cycle of chemotherapy within 1 week after my diagnosis. I was told by my doctors that treatments would be very hard and take about a year of my life. I knew at this time I had to stand up to something that most of us think of as a death sentence, and I knew I had to beat it, as I had no choice. I noticed after the first 2 treatments, I began losing my hair in big chunks. My fingernails turned black. I had mouth sores really bad, no appetite, severe migraines all the time, and body aches so bad a light touch would hurt me. I knew my summer would be spent differently now, and my days of playing baseball, camping, fishing, hunting, and riding my 4-wheeler were over. I had to make way for bigger plans now. I had to fight for my life so I could resume all these activities again someday. I underwent 38 cycles of chemotherapy and 8 surgeries. One of the protocols discovered to have such a high success rate at Presbyterian St. Luke's is a special treatment they use for patients with bone cancer. It's called intra-arterial chemo. They put a line through my groin and they shot the chemotherapy directly to my tumor site, and that increased the chance of killing it instead of it just the chemo going all over my body. I completed 2 cycles of this within 6 weeks. I was to have 3 cycles, but after my second one, we noticed that I had some severe chemo burns in my groin and thigh area from some of the cisplatin drug, and they used and had leaked out into some of my blood vessels, burning me from the inside out. They were so bad that it required plastic surgery. After the plastic surgery healed, I went in on July 19th and had bone resection surgery. This took 5.5 hours to complete, as I removed 6 inches of my femur and replaced with cadaver bone, metal plates, and screws. Over the course of the next few months, I was non-weight bearing on my leg using crutches, and I had to continue with 18 more weeks of chemotherapy. I had numerous admissions to the hospital during this time due to low blood counts and high fevers. Throat sore so bad I couldn't eat or swallow my own spit. I had to have several blood and platelet transfusions over the course of my treatments, but I got through it all with the great doctors and nurses I had at Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children at PSL. By December, my surgeon, Dr. Hugate, gave me the okay to start bearing weight on my right leg as he saw some early healing. I was so happy to think about the day I could walk again without crutches. By the end of January 2012, I was completely done with all my treatments. I was able to walk on flat surfaces, and best news of all, I was told I was in remission and could resume a normal life and go back to school. Since going back to school in February, I'm stronger and walking more after some physical therapy and hard work. I was just recently given the news that I had made the superintendent's honor roll for last Hexter in my school. With all the chemo and surgeries I had, I believe I had learned to be much stronger and stay positive. And I know I'm much smarter now. I truly should have an honorary medical degree. But most of all, I knew my doctors were some of the best in the world taking care of me, and that comforted me the most. Cancer wasn't always bad, as I had lots of positive things happen during my battle with cancer, like meeting the Colorado Rockies, spending a day with the Avalanche players. I met the Colorado Rapids, Miles, the Broncos mascot, and most of all, I became very good friends with former Colorado Rockies player and current Pittsburgh Pirates shortstop Clint Barmas and his family. I have learned now to live life day to day and never take anything for granted, because you never know when things could change tomorrow. My family and I owe big thanks to Zach's legacy here in Greeley, Colorado, the Limb Preservation Foundation and Dan Hayes Foundation in Denver, Colorado, for all their help and support while I went through treatments. Without them, both of my parents couldn't have been by my side while I was having treatments and surgeries. Most of all, I want to thank the Lord, my family, and friends for taking care of me and keeping me strong, so I could have the chance to stand up here tonight and tell you all that I'm proud to be a cancer survivor. God bless you all.
I would say he is probably the bravest young man I have ever